morning, classes. It is Sarah Tagg. I'm going to give you a warm-up. I've already done this and then recorded it and then deleted it by accident. Such is my excellence at technology. But how are you? Hope you're okay. The sun is shining. You'll be able to hear my kids fighting and wrestling outside the living room door. We're going to do a warm-up for the living room for a small space. If you are feeling unwell, if you are feeling dizzy, don't exercise, okay? Just use your own common sense. But if you're up for it, we've got a warm up, then we've got a main section and a cool down to follow. So here we go. We are going to stand really nice and tall. We're going to smile and then we're going to just lengthen through this spine, and we're going to start just thinking about the feet. Have a little look down. You can't see mine because I'm too close at the moment. About hip width apart, nice and secure. And let's just start with that little squeeze of the shoulders up, relaxing those shoulders down. And we can really think about our breathing when we do this. So remember, if we think about that breath in when we tense up, when we bring the shoulders up, and really see if you can push that breath out as you slide those shoulders away from the ears. And then we're going to take a little roll of these shoulders. Take a little knee bend at the same time. Okay, it doesn't have to be major, and we're just getting a little bit of movement there. And then we're going to relax those shoulders down. We're going to think about gently dropping that chin down towards the chest, lifting that head up, and then we're going to gently turn the head one way, come back to center. So it's not too fast. Because you imagine what would happen if we do this really fast. We're either going to pull a muscle in your neck, and then you'll blame me, or you're going to start to feel a little bit dizzy, okay? So we're going to bring that head back to center and then back to the side. Okay, so we're going to start to think about just gently moving the feet. We're lifting one knee at a time. Try lifting both together. No, don't. Okay, and then we're just going to get those arms gently moving. We can take the feet a little bit wider, we can come back to hip width apart, and then we're going to see if we can just take those feet into that comfortable balanced position, and we're going to draw that tummy button in. Now just keep those shoulder blades sliding down the back towards the bottom. We're going to take a gentle side bend, okay, a gentle side bend. So we're just lifting the rib cage out of the hips. Remember, it's this sideways movement. So if I turn this way, this is what we're looking for, not this. And we're not looking for that either. Okay, so it's very much that sideways movement. Now, let's bring it all the way up. Let's just soften the knees a little bit. And again, we're going to take a little twist one way, and we're going to come back to center. Little twist the other way and back to center. So let's see if we can keep those hips really nice and still while we're doing this. Imagine you've been buried in sand all the way up just below your waistband of your trousers. So nothing's moving apart from that top half, and we're just warming up that spine again. So again, it's nice and gentle. And then we're going to take some toe taps. No warm-up is complete without a few toe taps. That's what we think in exercise referral. So we're going to just push those toes in front of you, just starting to get a nice bit of rhythm. So remember, if you're feeling tired or a little bit breathless, we can slow it down. If you're feeling full of beans and you want to warm up a little bit more vigorously, that's fine. But remember, we're easing into it, waiting for the main section. Let's see if we can take that little heel dig now. So we're pushing that heel towards the floor, placing that heel down. And then again, you might want to do a little bit of movement with these arms. You may just be comfortable doing the heel digs. Let's bring those feet in. Let's see if we can take a little ankle warm up. So you may need to hold on to something for this. Heel and toe, heel and toe. So we're putting the same spot on the carpet. So heel, toe, same spot on the carpet, heel and toe. Looking good, my friends. For goodness sake, don't look around you in this room. Very dusty. And then we'll bring it back, and we're going to just go for that walk on the spot. Think about these these arms, okay? So I'm really thinking about keeping my shoulders relaxed away from the ears, almost letting these elbows swing forwards and backwards. So we're going to see if we can just turn to one side, moving those feet first. We're going to come back to center. So make sure it's the feet that are moving before the head, okay? All right, then we're going to bring it down and relax those feet. Let's just take those shoulder rolls again, okay? Just lifting my heels off the floor as we lift those shoulders up, okay? You may not be able to see, so I'm just showing you from the side. And then we're going to relax it down. Okay, let's take some taps to the side. So again, we're nice and relaxed here, nice and strong here. You can almost imagine those shoulder blades just sliding down that back. And we could add a little bit of arm movement, remembering it's the warm-up, so we don't want to go too wild. And then we're going to bring it in. Let's see if we can take those little taps behind us. Now remember, the smaller taps, tummy in, chest lifted, little squeeze of that bottom behind you. And we're using those back muscles as well. So keep that tummy just gently in, don't push it out. Then we can see if we can just take those taps a little bit bigger. You might want to add a bicep curl. Okay, but try not to push that belly out, try not to overarch that back. Good work, everyone. And then we're going to bring it in and we're going to just take those knee lifts. So the knees slightly higher than when we're walking, but we're still listening in. So if the hips don't like it, keep it a little bit lower. It's only the warm-up. No one's going to tell you off if you do it slightly smaller. And then we're going to bring it in, and again, could be slightly smaller. We're just going to gently bring those heels off the floor. Knees are pointing down towards the floor. Let's get those knee joints working in alignment. And again, we might add a bicep curl. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's bring it in. Let's take our little pedal. So one heel at a time. And we're just going to push those arms forwards and backwards, okay? I'm only turning so you can see me from a different angle. It's not that light in here today, not as light as it was the other day. Okay, and then we're going to bring it down. I'm going to walk forwards a little bit, and then we're going to take that calf stretch. So I'm taking the step behind, pressing that heel of that back foot to the floor, bringing it up and coming back. Let's do the same on the other side. So remember, that foot, if my big toe is at 12 o'clock on the clock face, my heel is going to be at 6. And we're going to bring it in. And then we're just going to take those knee lifts again. What about opposite hand, opposite knee? What about not? What about same hand, same knee? Feels a bit odd. Okay, and then we're going to bring it down, we're going to walk it out. Now let's see if we can get a little bit more arm movement going now. So we're going to punch. We're going to think about relaxing those shoulders, pushing from the chest. Okay, it's not that. Okay, see if you can pull and push, pull and push, pull and push. And then we'll just see if we can punch up a little bit. Not too high. Get those shoulders moving. Let's punch down. Let's punch to the side, forwards. Let's punch to the other side. Okay, relax those arms a little bit. Now, let's see if we can reach. And let's see if we can. Now, if that's your limit, just leave it there. Just go to your limit. Okay, let's take both arms together. That might be my limit. Let's see if we can take them out to the side. Watch out for the china. We're in a small space. We've got to be a little bit careful with these arm movements. Out to the side. And then let's just bring it in, open up, and then we're going to steady those feet. We're going to bend the knees, breathe in, and we're going to breathe out. Okay, so if you're in a smaller space, bend those elbows on the way back down, slide those shoulder blades down the back. Breathing in and breathing out. Just see if you can draw those hands behind you and then shake it out. Shake it out. Shake out those ankles. And then we're just going to see if we can take that small step in front of us. We're just going to bring ourselves to full range before we enter the main section. Let's do the same on the other side. Good. Okay, don't try and take it too far because really we want to stretch after our main section. All right, let's go for a walk. Let's walk forwards. If it's safe, let's walk back. If it's not safe to walk forwards or backwards, let's just walk on the spot. Let's take that punch. Let's punch up. Good. Forwards. Up. Forwards. Up. Ha. Down. Forwards. Just a little bit of fun, chums. All right then, let's just keep the feet gently moving. Give yourself a little pat on the back. Release. Let's give you a little bit of a pat on the back and let's release. Let's just see if we can go back into those hamstring curls now. So we're keeping those knees pointing down towards the floor, okay? We're taking a little bit of a pulse. I think I was frowning at you there, chums. I'm sorry. It's meant to be a video to cheer you up. So we're going to take these little hamstring curls. We're sort of using them as a little bit of flexibility for the front of the thigh. But if you'd rather do that, we can do that. Okay. And then we're going to bring it down. Let's go back to those little hamstring curls. We're going to go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to knee lift. And again, let's add that opposite hand, opposite knee, but keep those knees in front of the hips. Let's add a bicep curl now. I know what we haven't done. Chest press, pushing from the chest. Nice relaxed shoulders. Just at your speed. We're going to go 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, let's see if we can take our heels off the floor and down. So we could do one at a time or we can do both together. If you need a little bit of balance, use those arms. Okay. Excellent work. All right, now let's take these feet, squat with, I don't know if you can hear the wrestling match going on outside. We're going to take some little mini squats, okay? So remember, those heels are glued to the floor, little mini squats. We're going to go 4, good, 3, push into those heels, squeeze those bottom muscles, try and keep that chest lifted, and we're going to walk it out. Good, okay, we're just going to do a couple more of our squats, keep those feet hip width apart, knees bending in line with that big toe. We're going to go 4, lovely, 3, come and squat with me, 2, and that was a bullet from a Nerf gun. I don't know if you know what it is, but my son will come and show you now. Come on, Thomas, into my video. If you're going to disturb it, you need to show them. Yeah, okay, everyone. We're going to march it out. Now, we're all ready for the main section. So, keep your feet moving, have a sip of water. If that's as much as you fancy today, that's enough to keep you mobile. You could do the cool down if you fancy, because there's a little bit more flexibility involved. But otherwise, stay safe. Do give us a call or an email if you need anything at all, my friends. Enjoy the main section.